Amid the vast savannas of Kenya and Uganda, a lion rose to become a legend. With a body etched by countless scars, he ruled for 12 long years. An unimaginable reign in the wild, where most male lions hold power for just 4. He fought and defeated 130 rival lions, brought down more than 200 hyenas, challenged crocodiles, and even survived the spear of a Maasai warrior. Yet, he never attacked a single human being. After a fierce battle at the age of 4 that left a deep scar across his face, he became known as Scarface. His mane, wild, windswept, and crowned by a thick black tuft, gave him an air of virility and a permanent status among his peers. Every mark on his body told the story of brutal clashes and heroic feats, building his legacy as one of the most admired lions in history. In his final days, he limped for 25 kilometers back to the place where he was born, where he lay down for the last time. This is the story of Scarface, the true Lion King, whose life left behind a lasting symbol of both the beauty and the brutality of the wild. Pillar 1. Birth and early years. Scarface was born in 2007 in the vast and untamed Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya, one of Africa's richest ecosystems. He was part of a respected pride and came into the world alongside 3 brothers. Protected by vigilant parents who defended their territory from hungry hyenas and rival lions, Scarface grew up surrounded by constant danger. Scarface grew up with his brothers Hunter, Marani, and Sikio in an environment full of dangers and challenges. From a young age, he showed signs of an adventurous spirit and unusual resilience. Rangers and local guides recall how even as a cub, Scarface would often wander away from the group to explore unknown areas, demonstrating a rare curiosity and fearless independence. He learned to hunt, to spot vulnerable prey, and to read the behavior of the many animals that shared the Mara. Though he spent his early years playing with his brothers, those games often turned into wrestling matches, preparation for the future. More often than not, Scarface came out on top, revealing a strategic mind that set him apart. In 2010, as Scarface was on the verge of adulthood, he and his brothers faced one of the most pivotal moments of their lives: the expulsion from their birth pride. As with all male lions, they were forced to abandon the comfort and protection of their family to seek their own fate. In the African savanna, the rule is simple and unforgiving: be king or perish. This exile is a brutal rite of passage. The young brothers then set off, facing relentless hardships as they ventured across the vast and unforgiving territory in search of a place to call their own. This journey, according to biologists and photographers who followed Scarface's path, was seen as a final test, a powerful metaphor for the struggles every creature faces when stepping into independence. Pillar 2. The rise of the Musketeers. By the end of 2011, Scarface and his brothers encountered their first major opportunity to rise. For months, they wandered the reserve as nomads, sharpening their hunting skills and fighting to survive. That was when they set their sights on a territory that could become their own, the domain of the legendary Marsh Pride, led by 2 experienced male lions, Claude and Romeo. Scarface, already marked by a distinctive scar after a brutal fight in which he lost his right eyelid, began to stand out among the 4 brothers. Many have speculated about how he got that iconic scar, but the most widely accepted version says it happened in 2011 during a fierce battle. The wound would occasionally reopen due to his habit of rubbing it with his paw, but Mara's wildlife veterinarians were always quick to step in and stitch it up. He was the strategist of the group. His piercing gaze reflected the determination that would one day make him famous. The 4 brothers, soon named the 4 Musketeers by the local community, had youth, strength, and a deep bond that kept them united. Together, they decided it was time to claim their first territory. The confrontation with Claude and Romeo took place in October of 2011. The two veterans were past their physical prime. Claude was nearing 14 years of age, and Romeo, though younger, was also in decline. The battle was fierce, but in the end, Scarface and his brothers prevailed, driving the former rulers out of their own land. Claude and Romeo were never seen again. This victory marked a symbolic turning point, not only in Scarface's life, but also in the dynamics of the savannah itself. The courage and strategy shown by the musketeers as they challenged the established order echoed the eternal struggle for survival and the search for a place at the top. They were young, bold, and formidable, recalled one photographer who witnessed the battle. Pillar 3. Supreme Reign. With the successful takeover of the Marsh Pride's territory, the four musketeers established themselves as a new force in the region. Their power only grew. They conquered additional lands, including prides of 9 lionesses with cubs, and would later dominate other strategic areas such as the Malacca Camp, Ashnil territories, and regions along the Mara River. Scarface, with his unmistakable scar and commanding presence, soon became the face of the coalition. He was seen not only as a fearsome warrior, but also as a surprisingly affectionate lion. Observers often noted his unique interactions with the cubs. Scarface was a leader, but also a protector, reported a park ranger. He would allow cubs to tug and play with his mane, a rare behavior for a male lion. It was as if he understood that true leadership isn't just about dominance, but also about empathy. Under the Musketeers' reign, Scarface led with a mix of ferocity and compassion rarely seen in the wild. He embodied a unique balance, the hardness of a warrior and the tenderness of a caring leader. Pillar 4. Trials of the Journey.